Welcome to Thoughts Off the Stem. I'm Justin Barone, and this is the Christmas episode of Thoughts Off the Stem. We're smoking a bowl today that is a mix of Haven Street number 516 Sonic Express and Purple Kush because it is Christmas and it is a celebratory bowl. I got my glass of eggnog. I hope everybody's having an excellent Christmas day. I hope, I know things are kind of fucked up with, COVID and all that stuff, but I hope that everybody is able to make the best of it and enjoying their time. So I figured since this was a Christmas episode, I would talk about Christmas. And it's funny to me, I was thinking this earlier. It's funny to me how as a kid, right? Everything or your most memorable moments most of the time, I think. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. But most of your most memorable Christmas moments or birthday moments are like things that you got. Like I can remember when I was like 5 or 6 years old, I got this little like army motorcycle bike plastic thing. And that was awesome because I got like it had like a little gas fill up station with it and all this shit. I thought it was cool as fuck. So I remember that as like one of the, you know, earliest, most fun Christmases. But up until like the age of, I don't know, maybe 20, it's funny how before 20, everything is about stuff, right? So like the coolest new gadget, the coolest new electronic or fucking video game or whatever it is, right? It's funny how that's sort of like your focal point of the memory of a good time. Whereas now I'm almost 40. Fuck, I'm old. Drink to that. But I don't care for Christmas presents. Maybe it's because I'm a dad. I don't know. But like, I don't care for Christmas presents. There are times that like sometimes there's things I want and stuff like that. But for the most part, like as a dad and as an adult, you get the shit you want when you want it anyway, right? So now it's all about building these memories and things like that. And the Christmases that I look back on the fondest, I mean, yeah, the ones when I was a kid are great, but there's other more fun shit. Like I remember the time, okay, when I remember the time when my 82-year-old grandfather, we're sitting at Christmas dinner. It's Christmas Day at my parents' house. I was, I think, 20 or 21 years old. And my dad and I are having drinks at dinner. We've been drinking all day pretty much. I mean, we're not hammered, but like we got a good buzz going, you know? It's pretty solid. He had to be with that whole knife thing. And if you don't know the knife story, you need to go back to Stone Stories Part 1 and listen to that because that is a hell of a story. Anyway, so we're sitting at dinner and my dad and I are drinking and my dad starts pouring some, dessert shots and stuff. And so we're tossing them back and my grandfather's not drinking. Finally, my dad, I don't know, I guess we had a couple too many or one too many. And my dad starts poking the bear. He's like, hey, Gramps, what? You getting old? You can't drink? You don't want to have a shot? Come on, you got to get some Baileys in that coffee. You got to do something here. Come on, step up. And my grandfather for, no, that's a young man's game, blah, blah, blah. Right? Well, about 5-6 minutes pass of my dad ribbing him. I'm laughing my ass off. And finally, my grandfather, you have to understand, my grandfather at times was a hard dude, but he was also awesome. Like he put a lot of shit in perspective. He was tough. He was a tough guy. He expected a lot. But so his personality was if you pissed him off or you got him to the point where he was like, all right, I got to compete with you, he did the old retro thing where he'd slam his hand down on the table, be like, all right, you think you can outdrink me? Then let's do it. So we line up shot glasses in front of us and we just start pounding shots. I got about 4 in. And I'm, like I said, I'm 20, 21. And we got about 4 in. And he looks over at me and he goes, hey, young buck, what's the deal here? Can't handle it? I look at him like, I can handle it. No problem. Looks at my dad. My dad's still good, right? So we do 4 or 5 more shots. By this point, I'm fucked. But I don't want to take any roasting. I don't want none of it. You know what I'm saying? So we get done all the shots and stuff. My dad taps out and then my grandfather, finishes it off. So he puts us all in our place. We go downstairs to watch a Christmas movie. And yeah, I bailed all the way down the stairs. It was pretty awesome. It was a fun time, man. But that's the kind of story that I remember now, like as a good time, as a fun Christmas, not the fucking gifts, not the, it was the time with family and things like that. And I guess now with like COVID being COVID, it's kind of shitty because it puts it in perspective that you can't do it in some places. You can't go to, see everybody that you want to see or be around the people you want to be around. But at the same time, those memories that we've made up to this point, they're pretty awesome. And most of them are just times of like camaraderie, right? Like, okay, I remember when I left high school, went to university, and the first year we all came back. We'd meet up downtown, whatever, hit a bar, get drunk, high, walk around downtown, just generally being assholes. Okay, throwing snowballs at everything, throwing each other in snowbanks, shit like that. It was a good time, but those are the awesome memories that I remember. Like, like, okay, I was at a work party once, and I was the guy that brought the weed, right? So we're all meeting at this bar downtown, and we'd all been pre-drinking. We smoked a couple joints before we left, and then one before we went in the bar. Went into the bar, and everybody's ordering their drinks, right? So I go and I order. I'm high as shit. Like I was too high because I rolled big joints for like a big group of people, man, and like half of them copped out, and the other half just didn't want anything to do with it. So I had to smoke a lot of it myself. So by the time I got to the bar, I was so high that I forgot Strongbow is a fucking cider. It's not beer. So I get in and I order a fucking Strongbow thinking I'm getting, a nice, delicious beer. Nope. I got the thing and I was thirsty because I had all pasty dry mouth and shit. So I took a swig of that Strongbow and immediately, when you drink something or you put something in your mouth, you put something in your mouth that like you thought was something else. You're like, what the fuck just happened here? Well, that happened, but you can't spit it out because you're standing at a bar. So you just have to like, take the shit. So I took that and it hit me right away because I took a big swig. And like I said, I was fucking high. So I nursed this Strongbow for like 2 hours, but it didn't help because I just kept getting higher and more drunk because it's fucking cider. Well, it's time to fucking leave. So me and like four people decide that we're gonna go. Now I'm hammered, but I'm pretty good with handling my alcohol. I can walk, I can talk, I can do all that stuff, but like sometimes I get a little off balance and swayy when I'm walking. We had to load this one woman, one girl, into a car because she was way too drunk and she was falling. Like we're holding her up and she was falling through her coat to the floor. I tried to catch her falling to the floor and I ended up face planting her into the side of the car we were trying to put her in. Anyway, we got her in. She left and then we decided to walk farther up to grab a cab because she was going with someone else. Anyway, point was, we're walking to grab a cab. And then I figured, oh, I have weed in my pocket. Let's smoke a joint before we catch this cab. I'm already way too fucked. So we're walking over towards a library where there's a nice big mound of snow and then a corner because I also had to piss because I drank a lot. So I stop, take a piss, forget to roll the joint, go to walk back over the mound of snow to the sidewalk and bail. I hit the ground, roll, fucking everything in my pockets goes flying. I don't realize this because I'm that drunk, all right? We get about 3 blocks away from where I fell, still wiping the snow off me. And we see a cab. We go to hail it down. It passes us. And I go to check for my wallet, and I have nothing in my pockets. I have no keys. I have no bag of weed that was in my pocket. My wallet's gone. I don't know what the fuck just happened. I had to make everybody walk back, and we found it in a trail down the hill of snow that I had to cross over to take the leak. Yeah, that's the kind of shit at Christmas that I like to remember. That kind of stuff, man. Those are the good times. Fuck the presents. I mean, for my kids and stuff, that's what I always want to do. I want to give them, I want to give them everything that I think they should have. I mean, sometimes that means I spoil them, but at some point they will realize and come to the realization that this time of year is more about being with the people that you love and that you want to be around if you can, and in any way possible. Like, I mean, let's be honest. We can Skype, we can, Zoom, we can call people, you can text people, you can have a live stream going so that everybody can see what's going on in your house. There's ways to connect. I'm just saying. And especially this year, we should be grateful for the fact that we did have those times and you know, those moments that we shared with our loved ones. Yeah. Okay. Now, let's think of another Christmas story that is pretty good. I already told the knife story. That one was pretty awesome. Oh, here's a good one. So one year, like I said, when I turned like 18, 19, 20, material things stopped being the thing that I wanted. Like, sure, I wanted that stuff, but like I worked to get that stuff. So when I wanted it, I would get it. I didn't like hold off till Christmas to ask for it or anything like that. So at Christmas time, I never really, or I slowly started to not care about what the physical present was, right? So my aunts, uncles, grandparents, and everybody were asking me for my Christmas list. So I sent one email back saying, I want a monkey. Because I really do. I mean, I obviously know that I can't have a monkey as a pet, but if, hypothetically, you could have a monkey as a pet or a gorilla, ideally a silverback gorilla, but that thing would tear you apart. I'm just saying, that's my ideal. I want to have a gorilla. That would be great. So I know you can't, okay? So stop talking shit. Also, this bowl is awesome. If you're gonna mix weed, mix that Purple Kush and Haven Street number 516 Sonic Express. Man, that stuff is solid. I'm high as fuck right now. Anyway, back to the story. So if I could have a monkey, I would love to have a monkey. So I wrote back, I just want a monkey. And I wrote nothing else. So Christmas comes, and this was like I said, I was 18. And we would all get together at my mom's parents' house for Christmas Day. So my mom had two sisters. I had two cousins, a whole whack load of dogs. Myself, my sister, and my parents all in this house, and my grandparents. So there's a whole whack load of us. All right. And everybody's handing out presents, and like people are getting like piles and piles and piles and piles, right? And then at the end, they put one little like box in front of me, and everybody's looking at me to see my reaction. But I'm Joe fucking cool, man. I'm telling you this. I had a feeling that they were gonna fuck with me because my family is like that. And that's one of the things that I love about my family. You can fuck with each other, and for the most part, it's okay as long as you don't cross lines. But so there's this one box. Everybody else has these piles. Like I'm talking piles of presents, right? So they start opening the presents. And what we would do is we would go in a circle so that like, grandpa would open his first, then grandma, and then an aunt, uncle, my mom, my dad, and then another aunt, uncle, and then the kids would have their turn. So everybody took their one turn. It gets to me and I open it, and it's a fucking dancing monkey with the cymbals, and it's like, it's one of the electronic furry ones. So it like hops down the thing and then does a backflip and bang, bang, bang. So they were like, they all started laughing, right? And it was funny. Don't get me wrong. It was great. But they're expecting me to be all like butthurt about it. I thought it was fucking funny as shit, man. It was a great gag. And then what ended up happening was the piles that they had also had gifts that they had already got me, and they put it in the thing. Anyway, it was cool. I really liked, that was my takeaway. I don't remember what I got that year. I just remember that takeaway, that monkey, man. They got me what I asked for. I asked for a monkey. I got one. So that's what I try to do for my kids. Sometimes I get them a little gag gift. Sometimes, I get them, well, most of the time I get them what they want. But occasionally I'll get them a gag gift just for fun. And I remember my dad's dad, when we'd have Christmas over at their place, because both families lived away from us, but they lived close to each other. So we would go Christmas Day to my mom's parents' house, or then Christmas Day or Christmas next day, Boxing Day, to my dad's parents' house or vice versa. So we would go to my dad's parents' house and we would always get gag gifts for each other. So I remember one year my aunt got me a fucking trucker hat that just said "duh" across it. I guess I'm a mouth breather. I don't know. And then another year, we got my grandfather because he was always eating bananas. He- Always, this guy would sit in the corner in his chair and just mow down on bananas. So we bought him a bunch of stuff, like little stuffy bananas, like. Oh, yeah, it was so good. We would do shit like that to each other all the time. Those are the best. Those are the best family get-togethers when you can, mess around with each other and just do silly shit. It's a good time. Oh, yeah. So I hope you guys get the chance to make some of those memories this year. I hope you get to enjoy, your high time, your alone time, and your with friends time. And I especially hope that the new year is, obviously better for fucking everybody. Let's be honest here. But yeah, try to make some really good memories this year because let's be honest, this year is an unforgettable year. I mean, at least for our generation, people, well, everybody. I don't give a fuck what generation you're in, to be honest. Like this year is unforgettable. So try to make your Christmas, the flip, the unforgettable happy time that it should be, instead of pretend you're in your own snow globe, man. Yeah, yeah. Pretend whatever bubble you're in right now, and you got to stay in it. Pretend you're in your own snow globe and fucking make it your world. Make it the best time you possibly can. Well, that's the Christmas episode for Thoughts Off the Stem. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys have an amazing Christmas, amazing New Year. And yeah, I hope you join me every Friday in the new year at 4:20 p.m. on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, iTunes. There's a whole bunch more that it's out there. If you're wherever you're listening to a podcast, you can get it on there. Yeah. So I hope you guys have a good one. And don't forget, check out the merch. I'm going to work on some deals in the new year, so keep your eye on that. And check me out on Instagram, Thoughts Off the Stem. Same with Twitter, Thoughts Off the Stem. And yeah, I hope you guys have a really good day and make the best of the situations that you're in. So roll your joints, smoke your bowls, do your dabs, whatever you got to do. Have a good one. And until next time, keep your lids low.